Welcome back to Capped or No Cap. This is episode 2. We have our second guest on the channel, Ryan, or better known as Haber. Do you want to introduce yourself, mate?
Hello, my name is Ryan, and I have lost a lot of money on Sorare.
That is exactly why I brought him onto the channel. I need an easy win. I did actually beat Quinny, if any of you watched the last episode, but there was a big technicality. There was game week misses. I essentially had a player for the wrong game week, and it was very dubious. So we just kind of forgot about that. We'll call it a draw and move on. But Ryan, what we'll be doing today is we'll be taking a random draw, and we'll be getting one of the new cap mode scores. So they're 220, 240, 270 on no cap, and essentially we'll have to build our team to that requirement, right? Pretty easy to follow there. On top of that, we're going to add a kind of FIFA squad building type mentality, and we're going to get a challenge to do. So what I want to do with this one is actually give ourselves the same challenge. So we'll have similar players in our list, and then it'll be easier to guess at the end. So at the end, we reveal our 5 players in our SO5 team. Sorry. And you have to lie about one of those players in some way. It can't be like a really obscure lie, like saying he's left-footed when he's right-footed. It's got to be related to the team. So you could, say a player that's not in the team. When we say you've got to have, say, for example, 2 Premier League players, you could bring up Burnley and say, all right, he plays for Burnley, who's in the Premier League, when obviously they're not. Any lie that you think of that can fool me, but I'm going to have my poker face on when I tell you my lie. I'm not getting caught again. So get ready for that. Any questions from you so far?
No,
Let's
I think.
I'm going to do the draw now. It is spinning for the cap we have. Hopefully a big one. I want to select some good players. Good. 270. So 270 points cap on, we'll be using Sorare data for the help. All right. And then we need to do the challenge. So for the challenge, we have 2 players from the Premier League because we suspect it'll be coming through soon. Just a hunch I have on all of the hints they put out. 3 players that have played together but don't currently. So, the last example I used was like you could have Suarez, Messi, and Fernando Torres because they link all not at the same time, but they have linked with Suarez and Torres and then Suarez and Messi. And then finally we have 2 more. So we have 2 World Cup winners. I just thought that's a really fun one to throw in there. See how good your ball knowledge is. Can you go outside of Argentina? Obviously, you do get a bit of time to research. And then 5 leagues. So I was debating doing the 5 Sorare leagues, Asia, MLS, but I think I'll just do 5 different leagues in the world. So let's get into that. The draw is 5 different leagues. Okay, so you have to build the best possible team you can for this upcoming game week. You're going to have a 270 points cap to do it, and you're going to need a player from 5 different leagues. Understood?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get into it then. All right, welcome back. We have been preparing some of the best 270 cap teams you'll ever see. Haber, would you like to go first in revealing your squad, or would you like me to reveal mine?
Yeah, I can go first.
Okay, well, let me get you on screen so I can see you lie to my face. Tell me, your players, their last 15. Run through them for me.
All right, so in goal, we've gone with Matthew Ryan, recently transferred to AZ Alkmaar. I think this is a little under the radar one because he had a few DMPs when he was at Copenhagen. His card is actually all the way back from Sociedad. So this one, I think, is flying under the radar a bit. L15 of 45. However, AZ are against Utrecht at home. I like their chances of a clean sheet, to be honest. So I thought I'd throw him in there. Our defender spot is Matthias Ginter from Freiburg. Scored a goal, actually, midweek as well. I like Ginter. They're at home to Augsburg. I think a clean sheet, definitely. Some high AA score for the boy. He's got an L15 of 51. So it's low, and he's very capable of those 50, 60, 70 pluses. So I like him. In midfield, we have gone with Mike Tresor. Now, Genk have the easiest game of the season. Home against Serang. This should be 80, 90, 100 for Tresor, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. He's got an L15 of 61. So he's the highest there. It's high. 61 is high. But I thought, I put one in there that's like kind of high and then, even it out. A forward is Joel Pojanpalo. He is a Finnish striker who plays for Venezia in the Serie B. So he's Yeah, he's a little bit of an outrageous one. 53 L15, scores a good amount of goals, and they're at home this weekend against Cittadella, who I think are like 18th in the Serie B. So that should be interesting. And then our last player is Teddy Chuma. I think everyone knows Teddy Chuma. Very, very, very good scorer. I just want one of those consistent players because I think if you go with outrageous for the extra, it's a little bit scary. You know, you don't know if they're going to play well or not. So I wanted at least one player that's consistent because I think that Poyan Palpo, if he doesn't score, you know, it could be curtains. And if Matthew Ryan doesn't keep a clean sheet, it also could be curtains. So I wanted one of those players that's capable of a high score to kind of bring this lineup to the top. So our overall points is 268 out of 270.
Nice. And what team does Teddy Tuma play for?
Charloy. Sorry, that's who he's against. He's against Charloy. He plays for Saint Gilois.
St. Ghislain or something like that. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
That is a good team. So they're in the Pro League. And Genk of Mike Trezor, is that not also in the Pro League? So they're in the Pro League. And Charleroi, I'm pretty sure. But this is where you start doubting yourself because Quinny buddy strung me on all last episode. So I'll be honest, I thought you were lying about Matt Ryan because one of the clubs you mentioned, I didn't think he played for, but I'm not a Matt Ryan expert. I know he played for Brighton and then he played for Sociedad or whichever one it was. He is dropped back to AZ. You're taking a gamble on him being the starter again, first game back, which is likely, but still a gamble. Teddy Tuma, you did how on screen, but would you lie about Trezor when he's so good? I'm going to say you're lying about... I'm going to... late change. Teddy Tuma, because you took a while to pick his team.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I would never lie about Teddy Chuma.
Yes, that means I've got it, surely.
Yeah, my fifth is actually Fernando Gorian.
Who's that? Who does he play for?
Goriaran plays for Tigres.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure your problem was they both play in the Pro League, don't they?
That was the idea, yeah. I thought 50-50 of it.
I like it. But
I even tried to mess you up by telling you who he's against first and be like, oh, no, that's who he plays for. But
I think that caused more suspicion, mate. But feeling good. Rebounding here. Do you want to have a go at mine?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Now,
get some revenge.
So when we talk about teams here, this is not a Sorare team. This could play anywhere in the world. What I'm talking about is casual fans. If you're new to Sorare, you'll know this team. You probably won't know Haber's team. Starting off in goal, Barcelona, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, a great fixture this weekend. I just think he's a solid pick with a great score of 55. Leading into the defenders, this man I've had in my gallery for so long, Lautaro Giannetti. I think he plays for Vélez and he had like an ACL, something like that last season and out for like all of it. So now it's the first game back. Our last 15 of 0, I'm using a cheat card, which is what you should be doing for your cap modes. A last 15 of 0 is a killer. And I know when he plays, his last 40 was like 55 to 60 consistently, so he's really solid. Haber's going to like a couple of these next players, I feel like. Joshua Kimmich, 67 average, plays for Bayern. I didn't actually check any of these have games. I really hope they will have games, otherwise I've messed up again, but I think they should all have games. Anyway, Joshua Kimmich definitely has a game this week. Yeah, just solid player. Next up, my favourite Celtic player at the moment, Jota. I'm guaranteeing he starts, and by guaranteeing, I'm more guaranteeing that I'm gambling on him starting. We're playing Dundee United, and I just think he's an absolute monster in this game. With the last 15 of 54, he probably should be a little bit higher. And then, Haber, I believe you still have this man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was Neymar season when we last met, and I believe it will be Neymar season again. So that is my final player, 69, which puts me on a points cap, which I can't believe, of 245. But obviously it's because I got Giannetti, who's a 0. It's slightly a cheat card. But looking at all of those, all different leagues, all solid, under the points cap. How do you like that, Haber?
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm trying to think of who I think you're lying about, though. I don't think you're lying about Genetti, because I used to have that guy as common. And I
Yeah,
remember I won him once, and I won him when he had like a 70. It was one of his last games. And then sadly, did whatever injury he got, and it was just
yeah,
zero after that, and never actually got to use him.
yeah. I was patient with him. I've held him for all that time. So shout out me.
Do I think that you're using to Stegen? Possibly. I don't know. Who would Barca be playing this weekend?
Girona.
Girona. Interesting. Huh. So it's to Stegen, Ginetti, Kimmich. Do you have Kimmich?
Well, it's concept builder, so you can pick anyone. But
Yeah, but you said that you had him. Do you have him? Jota and Neymar. Oh God, who I think you're lying about? I reckon you're lying about Jota.
what, you think I'd lie about my best player? Come on, mate. You're better than that. I was not lying about Jota. I do have Kimmich in my gallery, so it wouldn't have been a lie. To Stegen, I've lied about. It was just so obvious. He's the best keeper for this game week in La Liga. So pick the second best goalkeeper. Come in, Thibaut Courtois. Knock through that door. Real Sociedad, tough fixture. But the tougher the fixture, the better the points if he keeps a clean sheet. I'm going to absolutely batter you with this team, I think, Haber. So, yeah, that is my 5 against your 4, but I get a chance to replace one of your players. So if you could tell me the actual score of your player that is no longer playing, and then I can deduct 5 points, and I've got to find someone to replace him. Hopefully, he's got to, essentially be predicted to play, and you know, I'm just like be a bit funny kind of thing is essentially the thing. So, what points cap have I got to use?
58.
Good. So 58.
Not bad.
We'll bring that to 53, and have what is it? Have any position is that? Is he an extra then?
Any, yeah. Extra.
Perfect. I'm not going to bother with the league rules at the moment. I'm just going to find someone that I think would be starting, but put up an absolute horror show. Who is a great team that has a tough fixture? I've got a name straight off the bat, but it could backfire because. Oh no, he's well too high. 53 last 15. I'm going to my own gallery now. Anyone? What's my main man Dybala saying? This could be win-win. Do you know what? Last 15 of 55, I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give you Paulo Dybala, the main man for Roma. Why? Because it's a hedge. Because I'm playing as my captain in Global All-Star. So if he scores, I'm going to be happy. But I'll also be sad because you'll be getting a better team. But away to Napoli, I hope they can do it. I hope the Romans can pull through, but it's unlikely.
Sorry to say they won't. I'm sorry to say they're not going to.
You've got
Say
absolutely
that right now.
no respect.
Say right now.
No respect.
My super rare Kim Min Jae, my Alex Mere, like they're keeping a clean sheet, mate.
Right, you are getting DM'd, I'd say 30 minutes through, when Pellegrini rockets one, top bins after a Dybala assist. So you know.
Right. When Kim Min Jae scores 100 based off of only AA of tackling only Dybala the entire game. 55 successful tackles, 170 points or whatever that is. He's going to be only tackling Dybala. Dybala snapped leg, out for the rest of his life.
That would be
Price goes down to £1. Collectible item only. Unlucky.
So, to finish off then, I just essentially with this cap mode, what we're trying to do is build up a gallery for giveaways. So, every time I lose, I'm going to put £5 in the bank to give up to the giveaway. So Haber's competing for everyone else. I'm trying to stop the giveaways happening. How you can enter is you need to comment below. Just comment below which of your players is the best pick in this video. Whether who you think will outscore the predictions the most. It'll help the video get out there. It'll help me, and he'll show if you know anything about football. That's pretty much it from me. Haber, have you got anything to say?
Hopefully Tadic can do something in this game against Volendam because it's not looking great so far.
Yeah, hopefully Ajax get absolutely no goals because I've got no respect for you anymore. But thanks for watching. All the best to you. Subscribe to us both. Yeah, cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.